Russ with Be Strong for Life.
Okay.
So we actually did a pretty good time. So about 45 minutes for the. Now you have a brand new biodensity, more or less. And the posture act will go through this a little bit. So today's training, obviously, you're familiar with the biodensity. We're going to go through that a little bit differently now. The settings are a little different. Some new things that we're doing with the biodensity. We're going to go through React, which is a phenomenal piece of equipment. And are we functional with this?
We'll get, yeah.
Okay,
We'll get it rolling.
good. All right. If not, we'll just have to pretend it works. So we're functional with React, and then we'll spend some time with the posture rack. So these are the 3 new additions. Plus, we'll go over some other stuff, answer any questions and concerns and anything else. And so I want to give you a little update on the company and where we're going and what we're doing. I was in Napa last week for a day for a meeting. So we're moving. My office was the headquarters, corporate headquarters. Well, now we're moving the headquarters to Napa, California. So you've maybe been on the phone or heard Jeff Jalomis talk, who's our CEO. And so where Scott's practice is, Dr. Scott's practice is, there's a building next to it where there's a small office space. And so our corporate headquarters is going to be in that small office. Jeff Jalomis is our CEO. Bill Saw is our CFO. And so they're out of the same office there. The attorney that we're using now is in Napa. It's like everything is in Napa now. So Jeff has got some great experience in the banking world. And so we met with, we have some investors in our company to help move our company forward and produce a better product. It's not just about the machines, but it's how we use it, the marketing, and how do we make a difference in people's lives. Because that's really what it's about. And I'll probably start with a story first to show you what the power of this system is. We have a guy, and I have a couple little video clips. I think my wife pasted it on Facebook. Jim is a 75-year-old guy, came into us in a wheelchair on May 20th. And he had been in a wheelchair for 3 or 4 weeks with severe degenerative disc flare-up, sciatic. He couldn't walk from here to you. That was about it. So his wife said, our son's graduating from medical school on June 26th in Florida. He needs to be there. That's a pretty tall order since you've been in a wheelchair for 3 or 4 weeks. And he's 75. How old is your 75-year-old? How strong is your 75-year-old dad? They're not very strong. So, and the funny thing is, patients were saying, hey doc, how long before he gets out of the wheelchair?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that they expect. How long before this? How long before that? And it was kind of surprising because I didn't say anything. And the patients were saying, oh, it's only a matter of time. Dr. Perry's going to have you walking in a matter of time. And so there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders when you do this kind of work. It's not just, get adjusted out the door, see you later. And so anyways, long story short, I walk into a chamber meeting, and my wife had already posted on Facebook. I didn't know. I walk in, and they said, oh, you're the miracle doctor. I said, what are you talking about? I heard your guy he's got out of the wheelchair. He said, well, how do you know that? I totally forgot about Facebook. That's not my gig. That's my wife's thing. And so anyways, long story short, it goes to June 26th to see his son graduate. The only thing he has is wheelchair assistance in the airport, but walks to and from the ceremony to see his son graduate. So, which is pretty amazing. And we've seen him every day, 5 days a week more or less, since May 20th. And I have a little video. It's just a small little video, and you'll see it. I'll pass it around. It's him on the React machine. Now here's a guy that it's only a couple seconds long. Let me go to the other one. Okay. This is him on the React machine. And this machine will generate strength without putting a lot of cardiovascular demand on the system, which is great for seniors. It took us a couple days just to get him Greg's experience with React is the sports world, where they're incredible athletes. That's not who we deal with. Maybe you do have the odd athlete, but that's not a population base. It's him, and it's you and I. And so how do we make all this equipment was supposed to be for high-level athletes, and that's where it all came from, to affect an older gentleman, a lady, or a young child, or whatever it is. And that's where you have to be the clinician and figure out, okay, well, got all this equipment, how do I make it work for Mr. Smith and or whoever? So, but now he's doing squats on the plate. Like this, he's doing squats up and down. He does sets of 8 squats, 30 seconds of 8 squats. I mean, it's pretty amazing stuff. And so his big thing, loves to play golf. So we got him back chipping and putting right now. And he says, you think I'll be able to hit a golf ball again? I said, you'll hit it better than you ever have because of what we're doing. You're going to be strong. He's already stronger than he ever has been. There's no doubt. You take a senior citizen who's never exercised in their life, and you put him on 2 months of, or even call it 30 days of power plate React, and we haven't started on biodensity yet. So that's probably going to be the 1st of September. We'll start there. So you have to use your clinical judgment when you start him on stuff. So that's kind of that's our latest, greatest story that we're dealing with because of all the equipment we have. And so back to the company, so everything's moving out west. I got sidetracked. I do that a lot. So just if I get off track, just let me know. So everything's going to be moving out to the West Coast so that I can focus on what I focus on and not have to deal with all the business side of it. And same with Dr. Scott. So we've been wearing all the hats for 4 years, and now it's time to change. So, and to change and to grow and do other things. So we're in the process now. The button has been pushed for our franchise work. So they're telling us 90 days we should have something. I don't know if that's true, but it's in the lawyer's hands now. And that's being done. So let me just turn the phone off. Oh, okay. All right. I just muted. So that's very exciting. And so going back to your article about the React and everything else, everything that we do now has to be, I can't just send you an email and say, we'll send this out to your patients.
Okay.
Because the franchise attorney has a bird. Everything, we can't make any claims that aren't true, so we have to be held to a higher standard. Which is different than saying, okay, just send us out and not worry about where you got the information from. Which is good, because then it's going to be usable for everybody. And we're working on an interface right now. Who has an iPad or iPhone? Pretty much everybody, right? So, or some kind of Android system, right?
Yeah.
So we're working on an interface right now that button has been pushed as well. That's going to integrate all this equipment together. It's our index. So right now the name of it is called Core 4 Index, which is going to integrate basically self-assessment questionnaires, stuff that they do outside the office. So just like you have the biometrics for Nike has it, there's lots of different companies, you have the little bands on there, how many calories you burn, all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of stuff that can be plug and play that will work with this interface. So that has been instrumental as well. I tell you this pretty quickly, but let me just tell you, that's a year's worth of work right there that I don't need to deal with anymore. So I can just focus on helping you guys be better at what you do. So I'm glad that this is, so September 1st, I'm letting go all the corporate paperwork and focusing just on the clinics now, which is going to be great. And then yesterday, we had people in my office before I drove down here from doctor from Australia, and then people from China, UK, and Europe in my office, looking at how we integrate these kind of machines together. They'd seen PowerPlate before, but they were just mesmerized by what we do with it. I just think it's pretty basic stuff. We've been doing it for years, but they've never seen it before. They just saw push-ups and what you see on YouTube or whatever, I guess, for athletes. But we don't deal with athletes. We deal with people that have issues. And the more, as I call it, the more disconnects there are between the spine and the lower extremity, the harder this stuff is for them. And you've seen people like that. They can't even, they do a squat and they're like this, or the knees go way forward this way. Well, if we can change all that, and we can now, then you have a better functioning patient, they're happier, they're doing what they want to do, whether it's playing with their grandkids or playing golf or riding bike or whatever. So, so I thought, any questions so far with just the intro or ideas or where we're going, what we're doing, and anything yet? Okay. Okay. So I thought we'd start with the posture rack first. It comes on and off very quickly. It'll come fully assembled. You don't do anything with this. Just unwrap it. So, and over the course of time, it usually, once you put it on there, the only thing you'll have to adjust are these to where the openings are for the power plate. But that's it. Those are just Allen wrench adjustments. But everything else should be done. And if it's, and just make sure you're cranking down pretty tight. But once we put it on, it takes like really about just a couple minutes. So I'll just show you how we do that. We're going to use it right here like today.
That's fine.
Okay, all right.
I probably will have you guys help me switch it around the other way.
Which way do you think you want to put it?
Well, given probably this to the wall so that, well, I had that one close. I just want them to be able to do a plank off of it or a push-up. It's now pretty tight. So.
Okay, so let's do this then. I think you're right. Let's move it that way.
Okay.
So if they're doing a push-up or plank, their feet are that way and not that way. So. 30-something pounds. Not very heavy. It's just kind of awkward. I'll have to pros. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change these a little bit. This one.
I didn't either. I don't know what I was expecting.
Great.
Yeah.
So the setup, let's see what these are. Good. So that's it. It goes on there. And there's just 4 locks. These just hook underneath the platform there. Don't tighten them first, just get them in there. That's really how long it takes to put on.
Oh, yeah. Don't just get one that will have all of it. Sure. Unless they come in as a couple.
We have to. It happens kind of often.
Yeah. When the other one was broken, we found we had to have people in it. He's in by the other office too. So by the other office, knocked on the wall. She really wants to break him. I know. Because I'm so loud. I feel like I'm gonna.
Yes, we were gonna have a little discussion about that when it was set up.
Yeah.
They just turn
I'm
that.
even nervous about it. I know. But see, that's a
Oh,
very
you know what the
difficult
point
thing.
is?
Because I forget.
Oh.
I'll just knock on the wall. Exactly. Yeah. Oh wow, me either. I thought that was going to
Oh,
be
that
that.
is.
I thought that was something.
Yes, I was trying to figure out what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to hold it in place.
Yeah.
Oh, the dispatch.
So that noise you hear are these little plastic things that stop, they fill the grooves so you didn't get all the garbage and stuff from their shoes into the machine. So when someone's standing on here or they're sitting on here, that's what that noise is. So even if we have a little block, show you. So that's how long it takes to set up. You don't have to crank this stuff, it slides really well. And it's just a hand, just a finger tighten, that's all it takes. Okay? So someone, and we'll go through each. Can you pull up the back end of the website? Because all these videos are on there, we're just going to go through each one.
Yeah, I remember getting those. So
Okay, let me just make sure this is...
you have the
I have an iPad. Would that be easier? You could just
Perfect,
show
okay,
it.
okay.
I have an iPad in my car. Would that be easier? So that
No, can you get it on there, Brenda, by any chance? On
Yeah.
this video here, or this one?
Yeah,
well, that's not.
I can hook it up to my laptop.
Oh, can you? Okay,
Yeah.
well, go ahead and do that then. Yep. TV. Yep.
Yeah, so all the videos are on the back end of the website. You know how to get in there?
Yeah, you still have the code.
Because I don't.
We'll have to try it.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I'm sure I have a password somewhere. So we can, so a couple things on here. One is, if you're just letting these guys sit down here, if you're moving them around and stuff, they just have to be off the bottom of the angle, just a smidgen, because otherwise they'll reverberate or they'll vibrate as this goes. So sometimes you hear it vibrate, you don't know why, because it's either touching this or they're in the center. So the bars have to be either one place or the other. And you'll start to figure that out. And I'll show you what that is. But here, other than so that's all the noise it should make. Okay? So if I move these down and let them just sit on there, and if they're not tightened, so if you hear that, you know something's loose. Right? Here we are again. That's our normal volume of. So even with all of our plates, you've been in our office with all of our plates on, everything going, you really don't hear the plates. So you can feel them through the floor, but you don't really hear them. You guys have a solid foundation, so it's fine. And so just just make sure you don't really crank on these guys. You don't need to do that. They'll get tighter as the vibration goes through here. And then we'll go through step by step so we can just follow it. And then we're also going to do 2 warm-ups on here for the biodensity as well. And it can also be a segue, so if someone can't get on biodensity just yet for some other reason, like my guy Jim, then we can do a couple of the exercises here already. You'll be able to see
So
that.
there are exercises that we have someone, a particular patient that I'm thinking of, who hasn't been able to do the biodensity for a little while, but she's been having significant wrist problems.
Oh,
So
this
there-
is, we'll go through
that's what I
that.
was going to say. So there are things,
Yeah.
she can't do that, but there are things that we can do to help keep up at least. It won't replace it, but
You'll see, it's pretty darn close.
okay.
Yeah, it's close.
Okay, great.
It's not, we can't measure it right now. I'm working on a couple things where we'll actually put a load cell on here, like a mat or something. I've got a couple things in the works right now, but
Oh, is it? Oh, 7. Ooh.
oh, you're the man. Look at that. We're on the back side there.
Oh, I love my things.
All right, so let's go to the first one. So posture rack install. Make sure I didn't. Is there sound there or no?
It'll come from my laptop, so
Okay.
it'll be kind of low. I'll turn it up to what you
All right.
think.
want to make sure I didn't forget anything. I don't think I did.
I know.
Just going to show you a quick video
That's you.
on how to attach. Yeah, well, what can I tell you? It's going to come fully assembled just like this, and we're going to have the attachments that anchor into the shoulder issues. We want to adjusting clavicle, and you do your adjusting, whatever it is. So what we're going to do, you're going to sit down for me, and I usually keep the bars. If I'm not using them, I keep them down here, just like what she just did. The instinct is just use the bars to sit down. It's actually going to be one of the exercises we go through the list. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to get some activation through her shoulder complex and through her upper body. So you're just going to grab the bar for me. That's what, yeah, go ahead like that. Yeah. And you're going to just scoot your butt back just a little bit. And for people that are like a lot of the females that are short, you'll need to get another block underneath their feet. So we'll get one just in case. I brought you an extra 5 block too, Brenda. I wasn't sure how many you have.
Thank you.
So, all right. So you're just going to create a little bit of, keep your head on the back side there.
So you want their legs to be like at 90 degrees?
Yeah, like that. That's perfect, like that. Okay, so you're just going to give me a little bit of pressure, and then relax. Okay. We'll do a couple sets here. Oh, you good. Send me an email. I'll send you the how to reset this.
Okay.
So you don't have to keep doing this.
Okay.
In fact, we'll just put that on the back side there. That drives me crazy.
That drives the patients crazy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
What problem are you guys having?
Well, it defaults to 30 seconds.
After a certain period of time.
Yeah. All right. All right, so you're going to give me a little bit of load, and then relax. Okay? Again, keep your head nice and straight. Hold down again, and relax. So we're not trying to lift her body off here. She's got some shoulder stuff. So again, but we're just getting some tension through her upper body. I don't know. We could do several sets here. How's it feel?
That feels good, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, vibration always does. Now,
Yes.
let's say, for example, she can't raise the bar any more than this. So what we're going to do, hang on to the bar. Put your hands back up there. Okay. So what we'll do then, don't pull down on the bar though. Just keep your grip there.
Okay.
And I'm going to just raise the bar up while she's still hanging on. So it's passive for her. Okay. Critical thing on the video is probably right at the end at the 20 seconds. It gets cut off for the posture rack install. When you're moving this, your hands are here. Tell them, do not grab the bar till I tell you. I've got my fingers jammed in there a couple times. So you just have to learn, don't put your fingers down here to hold the bar. I'm telling you, you're going to get them. You'll do it once and I won't do that again. So, you okay there so far? So we're just going to do a couple steps going up. Same thing, on and off.
So I'm just doing the engaging.
Yep.
And how long am I supposed to hold it?
A couple seconds. You okay there? Okay. So, let go for a second. We're going to go up again. Okay. Same thing.
How many times should they do it? Is there a certain number?
About
like
3
10?
sets.
3 sets?
Yeah, 3
Okay.
sets. You okay there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. And you always want to make sure they're in a pain-free range, whatever that range is. Yeah, one set and move the bar up, yeah.
For about 30 seconds.
Yeah. And it should, everything should be pain-free. Is it pain-free?
Mm-hmm.
If it's not, just tell me that it is.
No.
All right, so just relax for a second. So now we're going to switch gears. So that's chin rehab. But we're going to, since she's here and we're working shoulders, stand up for a second. I'm going to show you this next move. So this next one is going to be, arms are going to be straight like this, okay? So just do a shoulder shrug for me. That's the move you're going to do.
Okay.
But instead of having your body be still, your arms are going to be locked to here, and you're just going to come down this way.
So I'm going to drop my body.
You're going to drop your body, and then
Okay.
you can use your legs to push yourself back up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, you okay there?
I think so.
Okay. Push yourself up. Good, and down. So you can see her, how much motion she has here. Push yourself up. Good. And down. Now just let your body hang between your shoulder blades there. Good. This is great for breaking up some of the scar tissue, the shoulders. Go up one more time. Good. And relax. Good. Come on up for me. Probably 1 or 2 sets most, and just see what that feels like for your shoulder now.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that better?
Well, yeah, my mid-back feels looser too. That's
Right. Okay. So now, sit back down.
Okay.
Sit back down. Now, how far can you get your hands above your shoulders now? I should have measured that beforehand. But all right. So we're gonna just get this down. Put your hands on the bar. Let me right about. You grab the bar. Don't pull down. No, I'm gonna get you a little bit right about there. Okay. So, how's that feel there? Pretty good stretch?
Yes.
Good. So this one is great. Just pull back up the list again. We're kind of, I'm not probably going in order here.
She's just holding on this one.
She's just holding on, she's not doing anything. Yeah. So we live our life like this. Driving, eating, sitting, right? Working. We're around patients. Everything is forward position. We're trying to open up the spine here, open up the shoulders. How'd that feel?
Felt good.
Great, all right. So let's go down, let go. I'm going to bring the bar up just a smidge.
I'm not even moving.
Okay. Try that again. Full grip, and she's doing this great. So she's using her thumb on this side here. You see a lot of people, they grip the bar like this. God gave you a thumb, let's use it. So I usually will do 3 sets of vertical hanging to the point where, depending if they can handle it, but to the point where their butt is barely touching the block. So, and that means we're getting a couple inches of vertical distraction. You guys both have decompression machines. You know what happens. This is the vertical version of that for the upper body. This is a phenomenal thing for shoulders and for hot discs. This is one of the things we do. Absolutely, yeah. And we're going to do one more. You doing okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Do one more here. So for hot discs, you really just want to make sure that you're not pulling them too far up. It's just pain-free. And I'm only probably moving her about a 1/4 inch each time. Okay, let's try one more time. There, you should be able to reach the bar. Oh yeah, that's good. Good. Your butt's still on the block, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll pick someone else to see what it feels like to get your butt right off the block. And then some people, the stronger they are, they don't even need the blocker. They can just hang. So with just these 3 things, we did the chin rehab, then we did the scapular mobilization, now vertical hanging. For shoulder injuries, this is amazing.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm sing while you're on it.
All right, come out for me. Okay.
Okay.
And just see what that feels like through your shoulders now and upper back.
Feels a lot looser. Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So if there, and maybe you might want to adjust them before and after, depending what that's your call, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Just depends on our cycle and what's happening on the floor. But that's a prime example. Who else? You said someone else has got shoulder. Katie, was that you?
I've been having a shoulder issue. It's hard to cross over with my body.
Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the baby.
Okay, we'll come over. Doc, I'm going to have you run it through. So we'll do those 3 exercises.
Starting with the first one with engaging it low.
Yeah, so you want to start with just vertical, wherever her range is. I have some people that might have to be like down here.
Let's say just test them first, get pain
Yeah,
free arms.
yeah, it's always pain-free, whatever's pain-free.
So raising your arms up. Comfortable there?
Mm-hmm.
Don't pull down on it. And the first one you're just having them engage.
Yeah, just
pull
engage,
each
yeah,
couple
there you
seconds.
got it.
You ready? You want elbows in square across instead of moving
Okay,
out.
they can, yeah. Head neutral as well, she's doing a good job
Head
there.
just behind?
Yeah.
And then you have them work, I mean, this is starting on 30 seconds too.
Yeah, just-
Once it's
yeah.
going through, then it's 60, and then.
Anything you have to be careful of with your hyperkyphotic patient, real rounded, that can't get their head very.
No, whatever their neutral is.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not trying to,
Force them back.
we're not forcing them back.
Still comfortable there?
Yes. Go ahead.
Same thing, head back.
Aw.
Oh, yeah.
You said we're going to do one set at each level, or you have them work
Yeah.
up to
No,
3
you
sets
can do
each level?
one of each level, yeah. So we usually do 3 sets there.
Still comfortable there?
Yes.
Can you go further, or is that about as
I
far?
can go further if you'd like.
Go up there.
That's good.
Ready?
Yes.
So the thing about it, when was the last time they had any kind of activation in this position, especially under vibration? It's not, most people don't do this. They don't go to the gym and just kind of put some load through their body like this. Shoulder hurts, so they don't do any upper body work.
Right.
Painful through there.
Yeah, you're fine now.
So
I
that's,
can work through it
So now you then lower it down. So if that's painful, drop it down one and do another set and see if it's.
well, that's key.
It's fine. It needs to be worked out. We're good.
All right, so now what I want you to do is, so let's switch gears and
Go to
raise the
shrug.
bar up and let's go to the shoulder shrugs. Mobilization there.
All right, so you can lift yourself all the way up. And then, do you want me to demonstrate it first? Have them
Yeah,
just
yeah,
shrug it.
yeah.
Have you stand all the way up without your arms on there.
Without there.
Yep. And the motion you're going to do shoulder shrug up.
Yeah.
So when you hold down, lock yourself.
And a lot of times, let me just show you this for a second. So a lot of times people will go like this and they'll go. No, that's not what I want. It's just, so it's like, so then again, shoulder shrugs, arms are straight.
Oh, that's straight.
All right. Practice motion one time. So
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And you want to just keep your knees bent just a little bit. Come back. There you go. That way you can use your legs. So when you first do this, you can use your lower body to push yourself back up.
Right.
How's your anything?
That's good.
Yeah, this is usually, no matter what kind of shoulder stuff, this usually is pain-free motion.
Like doing a guy right now has got a rotator cuff tear. You're doing rehab for. You test him on it to see where his tolerance is.
Oh,
If it hurts him right
absolutely.
now, need to do more therapy, and
No,
then start working him into it.
I would start working on here.
The only thing that's painful is I fractured my right elbow. It's a little painful, but it's tolerable.
So just get a little bend then
Okay.
to take the pressure off. Try that
Okay.
one more time. With a little
Do 3
bend
sets
and
of this.
keep it static. Though. There you go. Good.
Should I bend both or just the fracture?
No, just do both of them.
Okay.
And then try that again now. So now you're actually getting a little tricep work.
Yeah.
Static tricep. But it should take the pressure off. Isn't that better?
Yes. Much better. Not as much movement in the shoulder shrug though.
Well,
Still
you're still
getting
doing
that
pretty good there, yeah.
Do this 3 times too.
2 or 3 times, yeah, depending. I don't know what numbers.
This is the second one.
Oh, this will be fine. Okay. Then after this, we'll do the vertical hang.
And vertical hang, you just want to start them right off to where, or start it to where they're getting a good amount of
Yeah,
stretch.
so
and
what
then up
I'll
to
do
where-
is I'll have them,
Lift
put
up
your
high.
hands up as high as you can go. Oh, she's pretty good to start with right there. So top of the bar is going to go right to her thing. Come down a little bit more.
Just to where she
Yeah, just
push
about
it
there.
just a little bit.
Yeah, that's good. So you see the difference here. We've got a couple inches, but that's going to easily, we'll take that slack up pretty easy. So go ahead and grab the bar.
That's more.
Yeah. Good. How's it feel?
Feels good.
Great.
In the shoulder.
Yeah.
So your butt's on the block, right?
Yes.
Good, okay. So with Katie here, we could probably get her butt, we'll get it just barely touching.
Okay.
So this time we'll go up about an inch or so, see what that feels like. Pain free there?
Yes.
Great. That's always, if it's pain free, then
That's fine.
we're good. Yeah.
So if they have pain, should they not do the next one?
Well, you want to then, if you're having pain, then I would back it down a little bit.
Let the blood get back in your hands a little
Yeah.
bit.
And if they can't hang on that long because they're weak, then you can just have them go for 15 seconds or something like that. You don't have to go for the whole 30.
Sure. Ready?
Good. And now your butt's going to be
Now
off
Now
the
it's gonna
block.
be. Is
Good.
that too?
You okay?
No, you're good.
Good.
Good?
Just go.
Just go.
And what you
Eventually I'll sit on the block as it's stretching.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. This is this is really a great stretch.
Feels good.
Yeah.
We're gonna fight so much.
Good.
Or something.
All right. So that's good. Now come up for me. See what that feels like through the shoulders there now.
That's much better. Yeah.
Great. Okay. So what I want to do, I just have you. You can set up everyone. I just want you guys to feel what it's like for the vertical hang. If no one else has shoulder issues, they can just should be able to just come in here, hang on to here, and you can just move the block, so you just get a full hang. Okay. So everyone try that.
You with your butt not.
Or forward bending this way, bending at the hip hinge, and then just this is kind of a combination of chest and tricep.
So you don't actually want to do a push-up?
No, not for this. This is just really focusing on the tricep itself, but more on this side here like this, so you can really, this is going to be a lot of tricep. Awesome. Hey Doc, how we doing? Doing great, yourself? Good. This is Dr. Gary Bowden just walked in.
Hi, Dr. Dan.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Dan.
What this one? Dr. Brenda, have you met Dr. Gary
No, I
before?
haven't.
This is Dr. Brenda's office. So the other option, obviously, this is going to be for well-conditioned patients, is if we're doing it.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Most of your patients are never going to do that.
I can't do that.
So, okay, so those are the 3 basic or the tricep ones.
And these are either or all.
Depending what
What?
the docs want you to
What
do
you-
with them.
okay.
Yeah, these are just potentials.
Okay.
So if they got shoulder issues, then you might need to put more blocks underneath so there's less of a bend. It's just depending what the docs want to do with the patient.
Get into patient comfort.
It's always that. It's always pain-free. Hey doc, we're just going through the back end of the website. All the posture rack videos are on there.
Okay.
We're just kind of going through them.
Okay, fantastic.
So, so now, what was the next one after that? So it's tricep. Oh, since we're doing tricep, here, we'll do the senior citizen one. This is great. Cindy did this initially without even thinking about it. Is
Because I'm so close to being a senior
no
citizen.
instinct is to sit down this way. So they want to practice getting up. What do seniors have a hard time doing?
Yes.
Getting up out of the chair. They have no upper body strength. This is a great, so you might have to adjust. If they've got lower back issues, knee issues, they might have 2 blocks. You raise it up, whatever they can do. But this is a great move. Just this first move here, just to get them to learn how to get out of the chair. Okay, this is a good one. So when we used to have our older patient, Ruth, who was 90, before we had the posture rack, I used to have to put blocks on the power plate and hold them, and she would practice getting out of the chair, as I call it. So this is a great exercise.
Deep shoulder stretch.
Oh, okay, this is a great one. So the shoulder ladies, they're going to come back over here. All right, Cindy, you're back up. So the shoulder stretch is like a push-up position. Now, depending on the person, we don't want them in a push-up this way. So you can just bend the waist this way. You can raise the handlebars up, but it's basically you're trying to get up a little bit. I'll show you. So it's just going to be, you're going to get past. You want your shoulders down below the bars here,
Okay.
just like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, head case.
Should go right straight.
So you do whatever you can. We'll see what you can do here. Okay. So we'll see what position you are in. So you're going to try and get your hands this way. Good. Okay. So see what you can do first. Let's see pain-free range. You okay there?
Yes.
All right. Let's just do that. You push yourself back up. So this, in essence, is kind of a push-up for her. Without a lot of body weight. We could use this as the warm-up for the chest press as well. For elderly patients, and that's what's going to be on there. For more, they don't have any shoulder issues. You can do one more set there. How's that feeling? Okay?
Yes.
Great. Right.
So if you were to increase it, it would be out further?
Well, that's just going to put more load. I'd rather you go deeper.
Okay.
Good. You push yourself back up. Great. She's got a, we have a percentage of her body weight going through her shoulders here. There's a lot of, there's a lot of vibration coming through the handles here.
Yes.
How much can that rack handle for weight-wise?
Sorry?
How much can the rack handle for weight-wise? I got a guy that's 6'3", 420 pounds.
Oh, it should be fine. I have a guy who was 500 and something.
Okay. Would he be able to do a chin-up too?
The guy that does not do a chin-up. Is he a bodybuilder?
Top football player in the country, actually.
Can he even do a chin-up?
He can do 567-pound pull-down whenever on the
Yeah,
bottom.
but
I don't know if
I doubt a guy that big.
chin-up bar in my office.
So that means he's going to be able to curl. I mean, he may be a strong guy. I doubt he can do a chin-up. If you can, I want to see a video of that.
Okay. His leg press is pretty impressive.
Oh, I'm sure it's off the charts.
5,600 pounds.
Try it. See what that feels like this.
That feels good, and it's great because
Where do you
like,
go?
I broke 15. You know, these
Oh, yeah.
muscles are the ones that- I do the
Oh.
belly, so I sit like this.
We're doing a different kind of bump.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then if someone just has, if they have rounded shoulders, no shoulder issues, then they should be able to get down below here. So let the docs come and try this. Dan, you can come as well. Try this. And you can lower that so it fits you perfectly here.
I think it looks like one more with it.
Yes, it is.
This-
Emma, who was that girl that you were doing yoga with?